What's up, everybody? William John Ray back with another episode of Design and Invest. This is an episode of a design deep dive with my buddy Daniel Maltzman here. We did an episode probably 6 years ago, maybe 5, 6 years ago. And since then, we've become dear friends. He's an amazing,
my man, of
amazing
course.
dude.
Are you kidding me?
Touch.
Great
He just
guy.
calls me to shoot the shit and say how I'm doing.
Say, come on over. Let's just get some film cranking again. Because it was so much fun, and we made such a great friendship by doing this, dude. I love you.
Dude, I love you too, bud.
Johnny boy, Johnny
so
Ray.
he hit me up yesterday and he's like, hey, I got a really cool thing I'm doing for Palm Springs Fashion Show. Let's talk a little bit about that and what you got going on, and then we'll go into the music.
Fantastic. It's all about the magic of Palm Springs. And Palm Springs is such a magical place. From the time I was maybe 8 years old, I was going out there every weekend with my folks. And it's a second home to me. And I love the place. Half of my life is there, and it's just great. So what I do in my paintings, and because of growing up like that, most of my paintings are palm trees and women and simplicity and just calm. Like I just want people to feel calm and happy and just relax. That's what Palm Springs is all about.
I love it. It's just so This is so historic, Palm Springs too. The iconic sort of Hollywood meets, Hollywood elite. These are very Audrey Hepburn looking.
Not that one as much as, let me see.
You got Polaroid.
We got to pull a little of this out, baby.
There we go.
Now that's Palm Springs. That's a little bit of, there's a certain artist that kind of paints a little bit like that. I'm gonna pull this thing over here. We're gonna play a little bit, because that's what I do. It's about changing the scenery. These guys look kind of good together too, don't they?
Yep.
But that is Palm Springs. That is the palm trees, the people around the pool, they're having a good time.
Yeah, you could almost
There's magic. There's
that's
magic.
Like 70s Palm Springs.
That's what it is, actually. It's actually from photographs that I've acquired through the years and played around with, and taken these incredible designs of these homes. Actually, a lot of times when I'm out golfing, while I'm golfing, I'll photograph all kinds of really cool homes. And there's a whole series of these paintings that I've been doing for years now. They're just so Palm Springs architectural design, like 70s, just old school. And this one's interesting because it was the painting of a girl here.
Oh yeah.
Which I tweaked. I call it my morph painting series. And this was her. And
so that was the first painting, and then
you had her crotch showing. It was just like, not many people are gonna want to stick that on the wall. So in order to cover all that, I used my noggin a little bit, and I decided that I'm gonna morph these babies out.
It's a mural.
And what I do is I turn it around, put it on computer, and I figure out where she belongs in the piece in a different place, because the time that it takes to paint and having her in here, I don't want to just scrap the painting. So I morph the painting and I turn it into a really, really cool landscape design with beautiful people, and you can see no one's anybody in particular. They're all just like eyes and nose and mouth and created, and because of how they're put together, they just look great. So I'm collaborating with Palm Springs Magazine.
Okay.
And Frank and Des are the owners, and they're incredible people. I met them the other night for the first time. I think I met them before, but I really got to engage with them and spent some time with them after a show that I did over at Dawson Cole. So there's we did this about 5 years ago, and we did it in the same type of thing that we're doing now, but now we're revisiting it because it went so well. So there will be models, there will be fashion, there will be food and people and energy. I think there'll be 1,000 people.
When is this going on?
This is coming, I think it's, caught me on that one, but March 13th
we'll put the
to
date
16th,
in the
I think.
comments.
Yeah, I think it's the 13th to the 16th.
Okay.
And I think we're gonna be the 13th of March, which my birthday is March 9th, so it's kind of happy birthday to me, guys. Anyhow,
that's awesome.
It's gonna be fun, and it's gonna be like, the whole theme of it is the magic of Palm Springs, and also the it girl that we have over here is going to be a big part of my theme and what we've been showing in the gallery.
On a personal level, I'm really happy that you are doing better too. I know that you've had some back problems in the past. I mean, think about it. You're sitting here for hours every single day painting with, you know, in uncomfortable positions.
It's been crazy. Yeah.
So the fact that you are doing better and are able to get out there on a golf course and be your true self, I mean, I'm sure inspiration and paintings, I'm sure all of that is just
good
through the
to
roof.
be back, man. It's good to be back. I can do this again. I can do this again. And I'm meeting some great people.
Of course.
Playing
your energy has changed too. And
yeah, before I was dying, I had pain level like 8 every single day down the leg. Thank God for my doctor, Sanjay Khurana. He hooked me up. We did the surgery, had the microdiscectomy, and now it's like doing a lot of squats, boys, a lot of squats. That's helping out. I'm also doing 10,000 steps every morning. So the first thing I do, I wake up and I do my steps. So getting in shape.
Tell me about this real quick. I know that when you
first
came in, I complimented your jacket.
Wait till you see this.
This is fresh.
So I made this jacket, me and a friend of mine. We all silk in the inside. See that? Beautiful, like really comfortable, amazing.
I didn't know you do.
Over here when someone buys it. I've got my label on the back of it. If you can just give it a quick little flip. It'll be upside down, but
oh yeah.
There we go. Got that?
This is rad. Are these for sale, or are you just, this is conceptual right now?
They're in testing phase right now. They're only for my friends. So I've been selling them to a lot of friends. I started with probably about 60 or 80 jackets. I've sold probably 25 of them just to friends, because when I go out at night, I'll put one of these babies on, I'll wear it, and as I'm out, I can't tell you how many people, hey, where'd you get that jacket?
That's the first thing I said when I saw you, yeah.
I know, so I make them. They're like, how do I get one? I said, open up your wallet, buddy.
Very, very cool, man. Well, I fucking love hanging out with you, man.
You too.
You too. Why don't you show me a couple pieces that you're working on in addition to this? I know you got one that you'll actually be displaying to us in a few minutes.
This one over here is the most like iconic of anything that I'm doing now. And we did something like this very similar for the gallery, but it was a little bit of a different twist to what's in this particular piece, but very close.
Yeah.
And I think I put a little tweak of one of my favorite artists, but it's not his artwork. It's just
she's rocking his
glasses. We know who this guy is.
But also you got to bring in the modern in with the black and white. It's 50s.
Black and white with a very little bit of color. It's like this pink in here is just so powerful with the black and white. It's so Palm Springs. Yeah. It is definitely.
But also like a homage to Beverly Hills Hotel. You know, you got some pinks and, you know, it's Hollywood.
That's for sure. If you guys go on my website, you can see the Beverly Hills Hotel.
You got some cool stuff.
That's pretty cool. You can find that, definitely.
Yeah. Well, I love your work, man. I'm really glad that we stay in touch like we do, and just sort of jump in and check out. Dude,
God, I can't believe it's been like, what, 8 years now?
Since we've known each other, yeah. I came across him I bought another staging company. I had a home staging company. Actually, I just folded it, but I had a home staging business, and I bought another company's full inventory. And in that inventory, there was some awesome paintings by him, and he writes his name very pronounced and very legible. A lot of artists, you go, oh, you don't know what the hell that says. So I looked him up, and I'm like, this guy's like the real deal. I hit him up on Instagram, and then I was like, hey, can we meet and talk? And then we ended up filming an episode, and then just sort of became friends. And, you know, I'm very fortunate to have those pieces. I could never afford those pieces if I just came to straight buy them. But
you got lucky.
I got lucky. So I was like, whoa.
Yes, you did.
And then I hooked you up with some of my friends to buy some other paintings and things like that, and just stayed in touch, man. Like it's a
You're
pleasure.
A good man.
It's a pleasure to have you in my life, my friend.
Thank you. You too. And I'm blessed to have art in my life and have people like you, and just this really makes life good.
You got to keep doing it, man. Keep doing it. But let's
been doing it for 30 plus years.
Yeah, that's impressive.
No messing around.
That's impressive. The just sort of vast array and different chapters too. Like every good. I mean, I majored in history of art and architecture. That's my background, and so to see the evolution of his work. I mean, I have a couple of his books, and it really documents his chapters. Like, this is a chapter right now that we're experiencing together, and it's so cool to see this unfold. Every time he brings in a new sort of chapter, I'm like, hey, what are you working on? What are you working on? You know, he had his shadow figures, and that is an amazing series. I mean, that was what, probably 15 years ago you did that or something?
Yeah, I figured it was 30 years ago when
Okay.
I first started. That
Yeah.
was like the first thing that I did.
Amazing,
Yeah.
amazing, and I'll
But
show
they
you-
generated,
Yeah.
they kept going for probably
Yeah.
10, 15
And then
years.
what I love is that you put them in your work in addition to it.
Yeah.
Like the women you've always done. I mean, your Marilyns and your, you know, your iconic Hollywood scenes and, you know, Palm Springs, and it's just so cool to see, and then seeing you sort of put in little homages to chapters in your life and to have that. I don't even know if you realize you're doing that, but like seeing your work, I'm like, oh, that's like
a lot of
this,
art
that's
is subconscious.
Yeah.
And that's something that, you know, we don't even know what we're doing half the time, and we're putting things together and we're creating ideas. It's just coming out of some crazy subconscious place in our brain.
Yeah, and it takes fans like me to come in and be like, hey, look, this
You
this
think
was
you're
cool.
my only fan? Come
Oh,
on,
no,
buddy.
no. Not even close. Yeah.
I'm lucky. I have a lot of friends. I
Yeah.
have a lot of fans, and I've got a lot of paintings that are all over the world. So I'm pretty privileged. There's also stories to everything. Like, you could turn around and see that painting of Paris Hilton from probably 25 years ago when I first started painting, and it looks like, I love like the jacket, like the sweat jacket that she's wearing
Yeah.
and everything.
Yeah.
The face, I didn't have it then, buddy.
Yeah.
Took a little while to really get this right.
That's
man.
beautiful. Yeah.
So now, beautiful faces. I'm sure
Oh,
Paris would like to have her face painted like this. I actually did a painting for her a long time ago, and it was in her house for a bit. And I don't know what happened, but yeah, she definitely.
I know for a fact you're in a ton of celebrities' homes, and I know you can't talk about that.
We got a couple. I just did one recently that I don't want to talk
Yeah, I
about
know you
it,
can't
but
talk
it
about
was
it.
pretty cool because the greatest thing about it was she came to my show at my gallery, and she is one of the biggest celebrities in the world, and I was her celebrity. She said, "Will you come to my house so you can see the painting on my wall?" I'm like, hell yeah. So I go over there, we hang out, we became friends, had dinner, then had dinner the next night. Her and her husband, great people. But
That's cool.
That's
Oh
one of
yeah,
the
when you
things
have
that
somebody
just
that's your fan.
pulls a little something in your heart, and you're just like, what? Are you kidding me?
I talk
But
about this a lot.
It's cool.
I do interior design, and so a lot of the homes and things that I do for people are usually for developers and flippers and people that will put them on the market. I never see the end user enjoy what I've created.
Yeah,
and
that's a
built.
shame,
It
too.
is a shame. It's
a
like it
shame
leaves you
because
like, oh.
That's one of my favorite things that I do, and I don't get to always see them, but most of the time I
You
do.
gotta hang it in their house.
And then I'm very, very lucky because of my golf, and people know that I like to golf a lot. I get a lot of calls and a lot of golf companies that send me their clothing, and I send them people, and it's a relationship that's, you know, I help them and they help me. But the nice thing is I've played with so many great people that are mainly like celebrity athletes. Those are the ones that really like the golf. And it's just, they're great people. They're such incredible athletes that when they golf, you're just like,
it translates to, that's why you see a lot of these multi sport athletes that, you know, were All-American this and that, and then they just chose to play NBA instead of football, but they could have.
There's a guy that I played with that plays for the Dodgers, and he bowls 300.
Oh, you Mookie?
I didn't say it.
I know Mookie's a golfer, yeah. I know he's a
300.
bowler, yeah.
And he's a great guy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that's
But
cool.
yeah, it's exciting, man. I'm so lucky and so fortunate to be able to do this and have this and everything else that goes along with it. I'm blessed.
What a life, man. What a life.
good.
What is your current muse? What is your
You're
inspiration?
looking at her. This is the current muse, and she will continue for a while because there are different versions of her, and everybody that I've come across that has seen this has just really been really pleased with the change of what this muse is compared to my previous muse, and there's been a couple of them, but I like this a lot too.
I love it. I love it. But there's very few pieces of yours that I don't love.
Thanks, buddy. Thank you,
But
man.
let's go in the other room. I know you're
Yeah.
gonna start a new painting. We'll go over that. I want to see you.
Well, that's the muse, man. You're gonna see me in action with the muse.
This
Let's
part's gonna be
go.
exciting.
Let's go.
Okay. So here we are in Daniel Maltzman's lab, as it were.
This is the crazy scientist spot, man. That's
Talk
what
to me about
it
this.
is.
This looks great. I mean, even the floor is a work of
Well,
art
you know what
itself.
happens whenever you're getting paint, you got to pull these things apart.
Yeah.
And, yeah, I've got these buckets fall. There's always that.
Is there one type of paint that you use?
Yeah, I use Nova Color most of the time.
Nova Color?
It's a great company, and I've been using them for
It's all acrylics or
30 plus years. It's the part of the acrylic that I use, and then I also use like oil paint pastel sticks, and that's when you see like it's almost like a big fat crayon, and you can basically draw with it. You can paint with it. It dries in 24 hours.
With acrylic, is that what you use for like big, thick, just sort of chunky paintings that are like really layered?
Yeah, well, as you can see here, I've got like texture paste. I've got different gels. This one here is a medium gloss gel. So it's gonna be a little less glossy than something that's a full gloss gel. This is actually the full gloss. This is 206. I go by the numbers of them. There's like a 206 and a 204, and there's like a 109. All these things are just artist numbers that we use in order to know what we're doing. And sometimes when we finish a piece, instead of varnishing it, I'll take it and I'll basically take a squeegee to it, stripe the painting with it, and just kind of pull it across. And then that finish on it is going to be a really nice, like glossy feel to it.
What I like about a lot of your canvases too, a couple of the pieces that I own, one of the shadow pieces that I own, even the sides are finished. Like it's not like
not always,
but
sometimes.
Yeah. So when do you decide that from the get, or is it just something that just sort of like you just?
It kind of hit and miss. Sometimes when I'm painting, I'll paint the sides on it. Other times, I'll let the paintings just drip onto the sides because when the paint drips onto the side, it makes the painting a little more painterly.
What that you do that I don't even know you notice you do this, but it's really like if I were to see your painting from across the room, I could tell it's you. Sometimes you do drips and then you'll flip it and then you'll do drips another way. So you see, I mean, it's freaking cool. Like and artists, I mean, when they do drip paintings,
been doing that for a long time. So it happens when I turn, like say something like that. You can see it here. They're dripping a million different ways. But when I take the piece and then I flip it this direction and then the other direction, it makes the paints. I use a lot of water in my paints. I also use these. These are spray bottles basically, or these are like, they use them for like cake and stuff
it looks
like that.
the old school glue ones from
So what I'll do is I'll use these a lot so I can get those drips and I can control the drips. And it's not just like a drip that there's nothing left. This is like a thick drip.
Yeah.
So there's so many different tools. Like over here, this is crazy. This
is the kind of stuff nobody sees, by the way. Like, but the stuff that I geek out over because
colors
it's so interesting.
that are, like you can't even find these colors anymore. These are, I think, 10, 15, 20 years old. And I haven't seen these anywhere. There's CRYLA.
This is the kind of stuff how in the future people are going to tell if it's a real Daniel Maltzman or not.
You're right.
Because they...
These are insane. These are basically pure pigment, and it's like every color. If I ever need something,
but this is like concentrate, right?
It's concentrate.
Yeah. So you just mix this with like a.
Yeah, it's really, really good stuff. They're out of New York. They're incredible. Then you take some of these colors. It's hard to find a lot of these colors. It's just some regular companies.
This is like if you're in photography talking about exposures and lenses.
Yeah. So this is the oil.
Okay, so you use these for like outlines and stuff, or you just kind of get in there and...
I use these when you see like a mark on a piece, like, you know, a guy that uses these a lot, or George Condo. You watch George Condo when he's painting, he'll take one of these and he'll start it. And these have oil, so they are oil pastel sticks. They're not acrylic pastel sticks, they're oil. So that's where oil comes into the picture.
I know you used to use a lot more.
Here's a bigger one. So see this here?
Yeah.
Professional oil paint. So when people say, is your paint you know, acrylic.
Yeah.
No, man, there's oil,
Yeah.
a lot of oil used. These are the big fat pastels that you know, I'll start a painting and I'll get the edges sometimes. So even when I'm doing like something like this, I'll start it out with some of this.
I know you
stuff
used to use a
get
lot
going.
more spray paint in your paintings.
I do, but
Yeah.
I don't have an outside area where I can use the spray paint, so it's not really good for me.
No, definitely not.
So I try to use less spray paint. I also think there's a little too much edge to the work.
Yeah.
When I do the spray paint, I like to keep things like right now, I'm trying to keep them clean.
But also going back to
Very
chapters.
like fine artish.
Going back to chapters, I know that it was a chapter of yours where you had a whole sort of graffiti.
I did a lot of spray
Yeah.
paint. I did a
Yeah.
lot of that stuff, but I noticed and I read about it and I saw that
It's
if
probably
if you're doing it inside, it could be dangerous. If you're doing it outside and you've got a mask on and everything, I mean, I do use a mask anyways,
Yeah.
but it's, you know, it's definitely, I'd rather stick with these paints and hopefully stick around on this planet a little bit longer. I'll hook you up. I'll hook you up, buddy.
It looks. I mean,
You
it
have to
looks.
cover the house.
Yeah, I'd love to. I'd love to go see it. And his house is awesome too, because he always like brings paintings home so he can enjoy them for himself. So he kind of curates his own house all the
Yeah,
time.
we'll
He'll
have to
change
come
it
to
up.
the house one day with a camera.
Yeah.
That'll be pretty basic.
It was really cool. I remember one time you were gearing up for a show or something, and then you had all these paintings in your
And look at
house.
this. Look at
He just
how-
curated his own.
Look at the craziness of how much stuff is used.
Oh, yeah.
Look at the colors. I mean, check this out. It's insane. I was gonna pick it up, but that's a very tiny piece of what we got here. They're just, it's crazy. I try to save these things so they don't completely go to the waste. These are the tops. When I need the top, I just come over here and grab one of these. And there's a lot of paintings that are, you know, these were basically some prints that I had done a little while back that are all just rolled up. And
Do you have any
go.
plans on doing more prints, like of
Hey.
maybe this collection that you're doing right
you
now?
know what this is? Remember Picasso? That's her poo. No, I'm just kidding.
I know you.
Looks like it though.
Look, one of the
Any
ones I
plans
have
on what?
on producing some of this It Girl stuff into actual prints and selling those prints. No.
I'm not going to be doing prints because I think prints will diminish the beauty of having something original.
Yeah.
And I think I have enough work that's original.
Yeah, you
that
definitely do. Yeah.
I don't think I need to like go into the.
This guy produces, man. Every time I come here, there's a million new things, and I'm like, just amazed. But
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
very, very cool.
So here's another morph painting. It's similar to the other one that I was showing before, but you could really see how this girl was basically turned the other direction. The house I had painted, and I basically put everything together to just give it that Palm Spring vibe and really cool feel instead of just some girl as another girl painting of Daniel Maltzman. We've got enough girl paintings of Daniel Maltzman. Let's do something different. So that's kind of what brought that in. And I've kind of worked with this for a while. So there's a pretty good amount of architectural, landscape, awesome paintings just like this. And I love doing these too. They're a lot of fun. It's pretty new for me too. This is basically, sometimes the words get a little bit tchotchke, but I think that with this, and to be able to come up with things, people love them. They love them because it relates to them. And it's something that, you know, when you do it right and you're referencing a couple of artists, Nick, wink, wink, you can see some really cool stuff. And you got palm trees and the beautiful women and, you know, don't tell me we're moving to Beverly Hills, but it's just like really fun and it makes the art fun. And, you know, I got to keep it real. Otherwise I'd go absolutely nuts.
So this one really draws my attention because it's an actual a football card.
Yeah,
right?
but it's my version of it. It's like you could see here that there's like really cool paintability. The brush is moving around and there's all this cool stuff. But the essence of the painting is actually his card. So the reason why I made this for him, made this for Elway, and he didn't know I was making it. So I knew I was playing golf with him.
Yeah.
So I thought, you know what? I'm gonna show him this massive 8 foot by 6 foot piece of him. and go, hey, John, what do you think of this? I think that'd be a good one for the house. Because he called me in and wanted some stuff for his house.
Yeah.
So I thought that, you know, in getting the
even
thing rolling off and
just a
starting
Broncos
it,
fan
this
would
could
go
be
nuts
killer.
over this. I mean,
Oh, yeah, anybody. And he's the most amazing guy. I mean,
how's his golf?
Oh, his golf game is so good.
Yeah?
It is so smooth. He shot 73 in his sleep. It was crazy.
73,
Yeah.
Jesus.
Yeah.
Can only dream.
But I shot 38 on the back. I played pretty good that day. Dropped a couple of birdies.
Nice.
But no, John is an amazing guy, and I'm one of the few fortunate people that we're lucky to be able to play with him and spend the day. Cool. And what a great guy. That's all I got to say.
That's so rad. I just saw this, and then he has a story.
This works for the house.
Playing golf with a guy.
No, I know, that was cool. I hope this works for the house because it's hard because he's such a humble guy. He doesn't want to have
a big painting of him.
Yeah, it's like, but then again,
dude,
it's so
that's
special.
Your legacy. Like he's a special guy. Like I would.
I think there's a good chance that he may have second thoughts.
I'm sure he's got some.
I didn't even send him the picture. I just showed it to him while we were playing, and his eyes sparked up a little bit, but I don't know. We'll see what happens.
That's cool.
That's how shit happens.
That's cool.
Yeah.
So here's the example that I was talking about, how he meshes in old, amazing cards. I mean, these, you say they're not worth much, but these...
No, these are a different one. These cards, it's not that they're worth much, but they're not like in perfect condition. So they're a couple bucks a card.
Yeah,
but
you got
then again, I've got like Willie Mays and Roberto Clemente and all these cool ones, but those are fake cards.
Oh.
So art's so great because you could use your brain and you can put things together.
So you put some fake ones in with the real ones.
I put a couple fake ones in that are
the real expensive
like if this
ones.
was a real card, it wouldn't be worth that much, but it's still, I wouldn't want to like just throw it into a card and destroy the card. But these are all, they're called commons. But the main thing is, we get the Babe.
That's the Babe.
Bambino, man, the Bambino. He's insane. He was
I love that you
did
did this in black and white.
Yeah.
And then you have the color being popped with the cards themselves. And you chose really colorful cards too to make it pop.
You caught it, because that's what makes this special.
It framed it. You gotta frame it.
Yeah, if this one's colored, color just going crazy. But because you're using this as your color, and this is your black and white, and it's clean, it's one of my favorite paintings.
I love that you didn't go overboard on making it too realistic. You kept the strokes chunky and broad. And just, I mean, this is one of those paintings that you look at it from 20 feet away, it looks
somebody,
clear, but then
whoever gets this is gonna freak when they put this on a wall. This is a great, great, great painting.
Everybody's gonna talk about it too.
Yeah.
This
love it.
I love that you do that. This is freaking cool.
So these are actually my fantasy paintings, and this is like when I talk about fun and exciting and where people, are happy when they see something. This is just a full-on party. It's like the Beverly Hills Hotel, basically, with women and like surfboards, and it's not real. I mean, there's no way that's ever gonna happen at the BH Hotel, but it's just cool and it's fun, and because it's art, you can create your own imaginary stuff and do something where it's so far from real, but it's fantasy. Yeah, it's awesome.
Daniel, I love that you stay in contact with me and include me in on your life and your sort of chapters, and every time you have something cool going on, you kind of keep me in a loop, and I'm really happy that we're able to do this video. I appreciate your time greatly, and I really hope that we're friends.
That's what friends are for, buddy. That's what friends are for.
And we're still
something to communicate with you, man. You're my buddy. Yeah.
Well,
we've been friends for a long time, and nothing's gonna stop that.
Absolutely, man. We gotta get on the golf course. You gotta show me a few things. I don't know if you want to play with me though. I'm not great. So.
Who you around?
Yeah, I'll go out there with you, but don't judge me too hard. If I break 100, I'm happy.
Let's definitely do it. For sure. You saw this one too, right?
This is cool. This is very Roy Lichtenstein-y,
A little twist, but come on. How much you say that painting was? I want it. I mean, that's cool.
And sure it's cool too because these are actually
the old housewife that's gonna see this piece and say, I want it. But look at her. Look at how clean she's painted here.
He put different.
She's one of my muses.
Yeah,
she's
one of his
past muse over here. And these guys are part of that stuff that I showed you where people are looking at the paintings.
Yeah, this is so cool.
And it's a mix of a lot of my different things.
Yeah.
That's how a lot of my paintings are.
I know.
They're a mix of different types of paintings from different series. They're all incorporated into one.
But you always have sexy ladies.
Face color here though too. I think it just came out with enough like the rouge and the gradation of the
Oh, yeah.
colors and just
look, you
the
can see the gloss,
shadows.
the gloss of
Yeah,
the
the
lips.
lips and the hair color. This one doesn't have like the scarf like the original one did. So, and I love this color blue,
Yep.
how it works with it. It just
Very beautiful.
makes
yeah.
it jump.
Well,
All right,
I'm gonna
this
let you
kid's
go.
got to go paint.
Guys, remember, design, invest, and
Multi
repeat.
out.